already done a video on a diverse world, and so I hope you have watched that and you have liked that. So yeah, we're doing it again, mostly because I really enjoyed it last time. I enjoy how it's world geoguessr, but a lot more variety. It's quite fun to do. So on first impressions, I thought this was Britain in the summer, but I don't think that anymore, basically. It just looks a bit too, it looks a bit too dry. I mean, the grass does get like that in our country, but so far I'm still sticking to European, but that could all change. I mean, this design doesn't look very English. Ours are a bit wider, aren't they? I hate all they've planters in the middle of nowhere. Oh, that was a big jump. I wanted to inspect this building. Any clues? No. If the graffiti was a bit clearer, I might have been able to get a language, but I couldn't. Right, we're into this place now. Oh, a sign. I love signs. No, can we read that? No, I cannot read that. Is there a way we can get closer to this sign? Wait, is that like a chapel? I saw that portrait and I thought there was a man watching me. That's the tiniest church I've ever seen. Or does that even class as a church? Or is it just a religious building? I'm not so sure. Is that a church? It might be like a personal chapel that like one person prays in. But this sign, it's annoying me. It's really annoying me. So it seems like we can't actually go down here or down here. It seems like we have to go this way. I'm not so sure about Europe now. It looks a bit poor to be Europe. I mean, there are quite a lot of poor countries in Europe, like Kosovo, Moldova. I think Kosovo actually has the lowest GDP out of all the countries in Europe, followed by Moldova, I think. This is a funny area to be in. Like, it reminds me a bit of like Red Dead. Just the fact that there's nothing and then you get to a village. Like, just a little village. Which is quite nice. The Google car's hardly been round here, because you can't go down any of these roads. You can only really stick to the main road. Yeah, these are some nice houses. I'm quite confuffled so far. Not really got any idea where it could be. I mean, the fact the road isn't built tells me it's a poor country. But looking at some of the houses, like, would they really have this type of house in Somalia or Eritrea or Djibouti? What's an old car? Should I see if I can get a clue from the cars? Because if you watch my Capitals video, I saw the cars had a red registration plate, even though it's blurred, but you could like see a hint of red. It instantly told me it was Belgium, because they have red registration plates. No, they do a good job of blowing them out. They don't do a very good job generally of blowing out on road signs. But yeah. I was tempted to go America from like the design and feel of the houses. But I would assume they have proper roads, like proper built roads, not just a dirt track. I mean, it could be in the south somewhere. Or like Mexico. Or maybe even Central America. So far I'm leaning towards Mexico. Is that a right-hand drive? I mean, they're not exactly driving, but they are on the right. Yeah, I think Mexico so far. It's a very odd. It just feels odd going through it, you know. This could be a good hint. Yeah, this the accent on the A, it looks like Spanish or like Portuguese. Supporting my theory of Mexico, but I'm slightly more tempted to go for one of the Central American countries like Costa Rica or Honduras or like one of them. Yeah, yeah. I think I'm going to go for one of the more northern countries in Central America, so like Guatemala, just in case it is, Mexico, so then I'm not that far off. Yeah, let's find out like a village in the sticks. This one here. Say Ash. Can I do I think it's you? I mean, that looks a bit too big. You don't know, I don't have to go into it in that much detail. I just feel like I just put it in like a place where it looks like it is, just in case, it is actually there and I get an amazing score. But the chances are I don't, but we were slightly out of town, so let's put it here. It wasn't really a motorway I was on. But yeah, let's just leave it there. So if this place is La Libertad in Guatemala, then I can probably get famous. That's just why I put it in so much depth, right? Make guess. Oh no, it was Europe. No, that was difficult round. It was Romania. It was Romania. That did not look like Romania. I would never in a million years imagine Romania to be like that. It was Radolesti. I'd like to know, did you think that looked like Romania? It had like that Southern American feel, Mexican feel, because it was like big houses, kind of, and a little village in like a deserty kind of dry area. It looked hot. It snows in Romania in the winter. It was clearly filmed in the summer then, but I would not imagine the country to kind of feel that warm. Maybe if I was there or live there, then I could kind of think, yeah, I would imagine Romania to be like that, but oh dear. That was a very difficult round. It just shows how diverse the world is. I'm shocked that was Romania. I'm shocked at that. I'm not accusing the game of lying, but it's quite surprising. Hopefully this round can be a little easier. Right. So, I like it when they put you in like a housing, like a place where there's lots going on, not like the middle of a field. First thoughts. Maybe South Africa. They drive on the left. Because South Africa does come up quite a lot in this game. And there's palm trees and it looks hot, so that goes with the South African feel. Stop, British road sign, again going with South Africa. Now, there's loads of parked cars. I need to see if the car's actually driving on the left. Because then if it is driving on the left, I will feel confident. I've got the feeling this is like the suburbs of one of the kind of cities. Just South Africa has 3 capitals, Cape Town, Pretoria and Bloemfontein. So I'm guessing it's kind of the suburbs of one of them. Yes? Yeah, the fact that there's a yacht here supports the fact it's probably Cape Town by the sea. But then again, we can't get too carried away. Does it say on like what country it's from? It's a shout. No, it doesn't, unfortunately. Yeah, I need to see if they're driving on the left. Well, the sign's there, so that suggests that it's driving on the right. So that puts it out the window. Right. hold on. See, a diverse world is a lot harder than normal GeoGuessr. Yeah, he's driving on the right. Can one of these, like, houses have, like, a sign on? See, that looks like a very American sort of road sign. It could be America. Could be America. But then again, that comes up a lot on normal GeoGuessr. So the diverse world might want to steer away from that. The cars do look very American, like this one here. Just the kind of back bit where it's open at the back. But I'm just not feeling it, you know. It could be Florida. I mean, that's a shout. Like, everything just looks American. But, yeah. The fact that the road signs are in English. And, like, yeah. These people don't exactly look South African. I want to head to the beach. I get the feeling we're near a beach, but I don't know which direction it's in. I'm still shocked that last one was Romania. I would never have thought that was Romania. Peace Covenant. It's very religious round here. Because I've literally seen 2 churches in about just like down the road from each other. Are they very religious in America? I've never been, I wouldn't know, but I would assume they're not overly religious. But yeah, but not like just the same compared to England. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to go Florida. It's just got that beachy kind of holiday feel, even though I've not actually seen the beach. But, you know, it's got that kind of place you'd want to go on holiday feel. I don't want to go in a big place. Because I don't feel like this is a big place. I feel like, you know, it's not one of the major places. Like one of the major holiday sites like Tampa or Orlando or, you know, Jacksonville or like Miami. Should we go in Sebastian here? Yeah, and also the fact that the roads are straight makes me feel very like it's American. Ooh, that was a good guess. That was a good guess. It was, yeah, that was a very good guess. It was actually, is that the Keys? I think that's Key West, yeah. This is a very funny bit of land, isn't it? Ah. I got the American state right. I was right, it was Florida. This is a really funny bit of land, though. Like, I wish I adventured round more, because I would have probably got to the sea. Look where we started. We were there. Basically, we could have just gone there and we were at the sea, or like there we were like at the sea. Ah, dear. This is a very interesting part of land, you know. It's just like a road just kind of going on like through these random islands. And like all these islands are like inhabited as well. It would be so weird like living on one of these islands. Because you'd have to like, you know, you'd have to get the same road whenever you wanted to go somewhere. There'd be nothing to do on your thingy, so you'd have to like travel very far either to like the bottom or up to the mainland if you just wanted to go somewhere. Because there'd probably just be sea around where you are. Like living in Litchfield, I can travel north, northeast, east, like southeast, south, and I can get to somewhere I want to go. But there, you kind of have a very limited availability as to what you can do, and you'd have to travel far if you wanted to do something particular or get somewhere. Yeah, that's interesting. Interesting. So that was a good route. Iceland. This has to be Iceland. This has to be Iceland. If this is not Iceland, I'm going to paint an Iceland flag on my house. We're just going to explore a bit just to check, because it could be like the Faroe Islands or like North Scotland. Don't remember what Icelandic registration plates are like. I'm surprised that one's not blurred out. But yeah, Iceland is a right-hand drive. The sparse kind of landscape with mountains just reminds me so much of it. But then again, it could be the Faroe Islands or something stupid like that. Yeah, that's the same truck. Right. And in Iceland, there's not that many roads, and there's not actually that many trees in Iceland because they cut them all down about like 70 years ago because they wanted wood to like for like fuel for like electricity and stuff. Yeah, and it just reminds me of it. Yeah, I don't really remember what the cars were like. I just know that whenever we went somewhere in Iceland from Reykjavik, we went on a really long road like this. And it's not a busy place. There's a population of like 300,000. So there's not like that many roads coming off and like houses everywhere. So it just gives me that feel. How can I see the registration plate on the last one? They're normally excellent at blurring them out. Yeah, because so far, the fact the registration plate didn't have an EU symbol on is positive, because Iceland's obviously not in the EU. I just want to see if I can get a better look at a registration plate, but they do normally, like I said, do a good job of blurring them out. Yeah, see, I could just be going down this road for hours and not getting anywhere. You know? Right, let's look at these signs. Do these places sound Icelandic? Yeah, they do. They really do. They really do. That accent on the O. Borg, that's a very Icelandic. It's in a lot of Icelandic names. I just love Iceland so much. I'm tempted to do a bit more exploring, you know, even though I think I know where it is. Just to get like a more kind of accurate impression as to where we are. Can't actually see that sign. This road sign looks very complicated. Yeah, these are all Icelandic places. Is there one I recognise? No, there's not actually a place I recognise there, which is slightly concerning. It could be it could be like the Faroe Islands or something, because I know that's quite similar, but nah, we have to go for Iceland. Let's zoom into it. I'm still shocked that was Romania. It's just, I wouldn't imagine Romania to have such big houses and for the landscape to be so vast and dry. Yeah, so could we have been round there? Were any of these places on the sign? Should we hop back? This is a very confusing road sign, by the way. The fact there's just so much on it. Right, are any of these places on it? The thing is, Icelandic is renowned for having long names, but they don't actually look that long. No, I can't see any of these on the sign. Right, so I think we're going to go around Reykjavik. So watch my vlogs on Iceland on my vlogging channel if you haven't already. So the airport's here. We stayed in Reykjavik. Then we did the Golden Circle, which is round here. There was like the gap between the two plates there. There was also a volcanic crater around there. But there was the Gullfoss waterfall and all that stuff. It's the Golden Circle. There's the Blue Lagoon, which is round here somewhere. There's we went down the volcano, which was just outside of Reykjavik around here. We also went to Vik, because around here was the Eyjafjallajökull volcano, which erupted. And I'm explaining this, and it's not going to be Iceland. I can just see it. And so we got good views of it. There's also a basalt column thing there. There was a glacier I also hiked on, called Solheimsjökull. Basically means glacier of a sunny day. There was a glacier we went inside, but I don't quite remember where it was. I think we headed north out of Reykjavik to get to that. There's another place I want to go is Akureyri up here. This is the second biggest urban area in Iceland. And there's a place called Husavik, where you can go on great whale watching tours. Yeah, I really want to go there. And also, I want to see the Northern Lights in Iceland, because that's something we didn't do, because we thought we were only there for a short time, and it's very kind of, it's not guaranteed to see them. Yeah, there's so much to do in Iceland. It's a shame it's just all spread out around the whole country. One thing I do want to do is go to a place called Kirkenfall. You might have heard of it. I think it's, I just wrote in my phone as it's on the peninsula that began with S, because I'm not going to be able to spell that. But yeah, that was around here. And Reykjavik, it's such a nice city. It's so clean. It's so, it's so kind of peaceful, because there's not really any sirens and stuff. And everybody's so nice. There's so much to do. It's just a colourful, kind of vibrant and bright city. There's obviously the church there. We went to a Northern Lights museum. There's lots of museums. We went to a whale museum as well. And you may think that it's like a city where there's nothing, because obviously Iceland's quite sparsely populated, but trust me, there's so much to do in Reykjavik. You could spend like a month there and still like, have things to do, right, enough going on. It's just my favourite country. I could explain more stuff, but I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm going to put it on this road here. Yeah, this isn't going to be Iceland now after I've explained all of that. Sorry, you're probably wishing that didn't come up because I've got a bit carried away. Right, please. Okay, good, it was Iceland. Wow, that was a very good score. That was a very good score. I decided to put it around here because there's a bit more stuff around here. This peninsula here is actually the most densely populated part, so I thought, there's the airport. So I thought, yeah, it can't be round here. And in the middle, there's this is the Vatnajökull glacier. It's the biggest in Europe. The biggest in the world is actually in Antarctica. And that covers most of the area. But unfortunately, glaciers, they're becoming extinct because of global warming. Yeah. So there's not really anything in the middle. Like if I zoom in, there's hardly any roads. It's very kind of northern. Yeah, there's this ring road, so I thought we'd be on the ring road because that's like one of the only motorways in Iceland, apart from this one down here. And around here, there's just like little fishing kind of villages, and I just thought it would be over this side because it's where most of the roads are. And look how close we were. That's such a good guess. 4,899 points. Yes, right. Enough kind of admiring Iceland. Let's get over that now. A church. We've seen a lot of churches. We saw 2 in the Key West. We saw 1 in Romania and 1 in this new location. If only I knew which animals came from where. That would be helpful right now. First thoughts, it is South America. Yeah, because we had that on the last time I did the Diverse World. We had that one I put in Chile. It was in Argentina. It sort of has the same kind of feel. Was there a sign on this tree? But then again, a lot of places in the world look similar. I can't see that. We can't make their signs more visible. No, we're just going to be following this road for ages. It's a bit like that Finland Estonia one we did last time I played a Diverse World. It's just a road, I was at first I thought maybe Canada, maybe like, you know, Vancouver Island, because there's these type of trees, but it just looks way too hot because that obviously has a climate that like what we have. Nah, I'm just going to be following this road for ages. But what country in South America though? I'm guessing it's not down here, because down here's quite mountainous and quite, you know, not trees, because that was what we saw on last video. Maybe Bolivia. Is there a foresty area? Yeah, there's quite a big foresty area. It could be in one of these national parks. Should I put it in this national park? There's literally no roads there. Maybe put it here, because we're still in a green area. On the 10 road. Right, come on. Right, this game isn't going too well. How was that, Greece? Honestly. I mean, I was hesitating. I was like going to say to you, it could be Europe, but I didn't. I just kind of discounted it. Yeah, that's disappointing. Been on the wrong side of the Atlantic Ocean twice now, which is a shame. Right, we're going to do well. I thought that was a flag there. The one thing we need now is a flag. So far on this game, I've been really happy with 2 of my guesses. Yeah, I've been very, very sad and disappointed with the other 2. Yeah, because I've got the right country and even the right state on the American one in 2. But then again, I've virtually got no points in the others. It's been a very inconsistent, kind of jumpy kind of round, because there was one bad, then one good, then one bad, then one good. Yeah. Oh no, the 2 goods were together. It was bad, good, good, bad. Okay. This one has to be good. Right, I'm not very good with languages, but that's either Japanese, Chinese, or Korean. Or, like, I don't know, what they speak in Taiwan. I think Chinese. Ooh, what's happened? What's happened? Ooh. Never had that before. I thought my game was like breaking. Autopia. These cars look very Korean, don't they? They just look Korean. This is a car garage. I think this is a car garage. Yeah, there's Mitsubishi, Subaru. I don't know what this one is. But yeah, they are the kind of Far East and car brands. I just need to pinpoint a country. Yeah, I don't know. Let's zoom into the map. South Korea looks really weird on Google Maps. Look, you'll see what I mean. Look, it just looks different to the other countries. So look at North Korea, and then just look at Japan. Even look at South Korea. It just looks different. Is the language? We've got a lot of circles in their language. You see, there's a circle here, like an oval shape. Wow, what we saw wasn't like that. It looked more like what you see here, like let's zoom into Shanghai, like you know, like that. That makes sense. It didn't look Korean. What about Japanese? Yeah, I might say China. But then again, you imagine China to be busy, have like, you know, have streets like full of shops and houses, be overly polluted. I mean, not so much over here, but I'm not going to put it over here because if it was like Korea or Japan, then I would hardly get any points. I think I'm going to go for Taiwan, because Taiwan is more like, you know, it's got more farmers, it's got more kind of plantations, it's got more like growing areas. Yeah, and it is a diverse world. Its map, it doesn't stick to mainstream places. Let me just have a look at this sign. Let's see if you can see any ovals, because if there are ovals, then it might be Korean. No, I don't really see any. It looks Chinese. Right, let's go for Taiwan. I reckon we're out in the sticks somewhere. Let's go here. See, look, a farm demonstrates my point that they grow stuff here. There. Boom! Okay, it was Japan. I'm glad I didn't put it over here. Yeah, so I ruled out Korea. It was mostly between like a Chinese speaking country and a Japanese speaking country. Yeah, but I hardly got any points for that. But then again, I was quite close. So viewing the summary, I got 2 pretty much dead on. I mean, not really. I mean, I got 1 pretty much dead on. These 2 is just... This is a hard map. This is quite a difficult map. These 2, they were just terrible. This one, I'm actually really happy I got this one. Because... The fact when I thought it was America, look how big it is. You can put it there and it'd be on the keys and you get like 5 points. So I was very happy I chose, like, you know, I chose this state, Florida in America. Yeah, this one was the best one. Obviously I've been here, so it was obviously easier. These 2, we're not even going to speak about them. This one, yeah, it was alright. I mean, there's not a big difference between China, Taiwan, Japan and South Korea. They're all similar. I'm happy it wasn't Korea, because I discounted it because of the language. And if it was there, then I would have been proven wrong, and I don't like that. So yeah, I got 10,000 points. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so that's below the average. So yeah, lol.